piano course by Joseph N. In this video, we're going to discuss rhythm drill exercise number 5. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. As always, we're going to look directly at the exercise itself. Again, we're going to set our metronome to quarter note equals 80. And once we have that set up, I'm going to demonstrate the exercise for us once again. Here we go. This rhythm exercise is much more difficult than the previous ones because of numerous note changes, for example it measures 8 through 10, along with very complicated counting because of the dotted quarter notes, eighth notes, and ties in the last two lines. Looking at the last two lines themselves, we can go over this counting now. At the beginning, we see a dotted quarter note. This is 1.5 beats and is represented by 1 and 2. Beat 2 isn't done, so we use the eighth note to fill in the last bit, which is and. The following two quarter notes will land on beats 3 and beats 4 to complete our measure. Going on to the next measure, we have another dotted quarter note. So again, 1 and 2, with an eighth note landing on the and. However, this eighth note is tied to the next quarter note, so instead of playing the beat 3 quarter note, you're going to continue holding the eighth note through the tie. The counting remains the same, where the two quarter notes are 3 and 4. But for figuring out how long to hold that tie, let's do a little bit of math. The eighth note is half a beat, and the quarter note is 1 beat. So a half plus 1 makes 1.5 beats, or the equivalent of a dotted quarter note. See how we can write that in various different ways using the ties. The third measure is another dotted quarter note, 1 and 2, followed by an eighth note on and this time 2 eighth notes, 3 and then a quarter note for beat 4. Lastly, we have another dotted quarter note, 1 and 2, an eighth note tie, but again it lands on and the next eighth note is a 3, and then an and for the next eighth note, and finally beat 4 for the quarter note. The only difference in this measure is once again, you're going to hold the tie. So let's do a math. 2 eighth notes tied together are a half beat plus a half beat, or 2 halves, which makes a whole. So it's just a quarter note. Again, look at the last line. We have switched to 3/4 time. So again, now you only count 3 beats per measure, but all of the rules still apply. Nothing really changes too much. As always, practice this exercise plenty and make sure you are definitely counting as we move along, and I'll see you in the next exercise and the next video.